All right, here she is. So, for those that may have not seen yet, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Valencia Williams, aka Coach V of Transfor ME Journey. And maybe you seen my banner go up today, maybe you didn't. But I will now explain to you what is going on. I have now hit a hard reset. It is exactly 162 days until my birthday, which is November the 9th, 2026. And today is June 1st. June 1st, day 1 of June. And so starting from today to November the 9th, I am committed to showing women like myself that are 40 and over, right? That yes, there will be resets. Yes, there will be where you have to start over and over and over. And listen, this is not my first, my second, nor my third time. Matter of fact, this may be my fourth. My fourth time having to do a hard reset of starting my TransforMEtion journey. That all started literally in the year of 2018, the end of 2018 going into 2019, right? And so, as they can say, story time. I've had my ups, I've had my downs, I had my ups, I had my downs. And so now I want to take you on the journey with me. If you're 40, over the age of 40, this year I will actually be 47 years old. And so if you're over the age of 40 and you just feeling like, you know what, I'm too old to start over again, listen, we're going to do this together. Because guess what? That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to do it again. Because here's the truth. I've been here before. Yes, I've been here before. I've gained, I've lost, I've gained, I've lost. And now, so since me losing over, and so those that don't know, first of all, let me slow down. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. First of all, if you're joining me live, hashtag live in the comments and let me know that you're here. If you're catching the replay, hashtag replay and let me know that you came back and watched the replay. All right, and if you're peeking and you just not speaking, how rude. Tap in and engage with me. Let me know what city, state, and or country you are chiming in from, because I would love to have a conversation with you while I'm, getting my walk in, right? Or this is elliptical, I guess you could say it's walk or whatever. But listen, back to it. I get it. It's hard. Sometimes you like, I don't know if I can do this again. But like I said, I've been here before. And what do I mean by I've been here before? I've gained, I've lost, I gained, I've lost. And so I've been here before. However, since originally, and those that don't know, I'm going to slow down so I make sure I tell my story to those, because I know I've got new followers, right? And maybe I'm reminding some people. But my first ultimate weight loss journey, I lost over 100 pounds, all naturally. What does that mean? I did it like I'm doing right now. The old-fashioned way. Correct nutrition, working out. Because listen, every day you won't be motivated. But consistency, right? Making sure that I'm disciplined, right? I did all those things, right? And so I've been here before. However, this last time, what I'm talking about right now, this is the heaviest I've gotten since I had to restart, if that makes sense. Because me starting over a few times, I gained 30 pounds, okay, I lost it. I gained 25 pounds, okay, then I lost it. But this time, and I weighed myself this morning, I'm right at 48.2. Baby, just ran into 50. 48.2, whatever. So, of the 100 pounds that I had originally lost, I've gained right at about 50 pounds of that back. Say, what? But I'm not afraid of the numbers. Why? Because I've seen myself at my goal weight. And so, therefore, I know what to do to get back to it. Right? And so, since I know the formula, and I know what to do, now I just got to what? To do. I just got to do the work, right? I know that's incorrect English, right? But I just have to do the work. And so now I'm committed And listen, the reason why I'm going live is to hold myself accountable. Let's just keep it real, right? Because if you're going to share it with the world, they're going to be like, okay, we watching, we going to see. But see, that's how I did it before. And those that don't know, I was the one that originally I was challenged to do this 100-day workout challenge, right? From a close friend of mine. She's like, hey, let's do the 100-day workout challenge. Needless to say, she didn't make it, but I did. And I did it several times. I think I ended up doing that 100-day workout challenge maybe 4 or 5 times. Maybe even more, but I know for 4 or 5 times for sure. Where we go day for day and work out a minimum of 30 minutes. And so that is what helped me not only continue to lose the weight, but to keep it off. But then life happened. What are you talking about, Coach B? What type of life? Since me losing my original 100 pounds, what happened? I've had emergency umbilical cord surgery that almost claimed my life. How do I know that to be true? It's because the doctor came. First of all, when I got to the hospital, like I said, story time. When I got to the hospital, within less than 30 minutes, I was in surgery. And when I came out of surgery, the doctor said to me, Miss Williams, you're a lucky woman. Had you wait any longer, I don't think we could have saved you. And so that right there let me know that what? I could have almost lost my life for this emergency umbilical cord surgery. And so I was down for weeks upon months before I could what? Get back to doing what I love to do, which was walking. I had gotten to the point where 5 miles a day, whew, that was nothing for me, right? I would get up in the morning and walk, and I would walk in the evening. It was nothing for me to just walk 2 or 3 miles in the morning, another 2 or 3 miles in the evening. It was nothing for me. But after that happened to me, right, I was what? Not able to do that. I wasn't able to do all the movements like I used to. And so I gained weight. That particular time, I had gained almost 30 pounds, I believe it was, right? And so after I got the strength back, what did I do? I went back to slowly walking, slowly doing my dances. And those that have been following me for some number of years, you know, I would go live, and I would dance nonstop for 30 minutes. I mean, all the things, right? I even got to the point where I was having, what, workout challenges, right? Workout challenges and all the things. Women meeting up with me in person to walk with me. Meeting up in person with me to, what, have classes, all the things. But in a moment of a time, what, boom, that was taken away from me. And so I had to, what, readjust. That was the first time. Another time, you know, I got my weight back down. I'm good. I'm ready. I'm working. Because, you know, transformation journey is not only just, let me back up again because I'm telling the story all out of order. So the way transformation journey came into even fruition was that I was what? Vlogging, VLOGGING, vlogging my weight loss journey. I'm taking pictures. I'm going live. I'm showing what I'm eating, doing all the things, right? Transformation journey started as literally a hashtag. Hashtag transformation journey. Hence the name, Transfor ME. Because it was about who? Me. Not knowing that God was setting me up for something greater. Had no idea that God was actually setting me up for something even greater. Right? And so within that, what happened? So my mother and my husband was like, listen, you should totally turn this into a business. And so in the middle of the pandemic, year 2020, July 31st of 2020, I decided, you know what? Why not? I went out and got my certification as a life coach. I got my certification as a certified nutritionist. You know, all of the different things, right? And I said, you know what? July 31st, let's do it. I went and got my paperwork to actually launch my business and have an official coaching business. Boom, let's do it, right? And so I launched my business in the middle of pandemic. And so within the middle of the pandemic, people started asking me like, man, that food you got, local people, that food looks good. When you gonna start doing meal preps? I'm like, wait a minute, what? And so the very next year, February of 2021, that's when I launched officially meal prep service. So then I started doing nutritional meal prep services. You know, some people were still not wanting to get out too much. So what? We started doing contactless meal prep delivery services, right? So we did that. So we started delivering to people all the things. And so within that, I started coaching people. Now, business was booming, right? We're getting orders. We're going to Fort Worth, Allenstown, Texas. I mean, some deliveries take us an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, to get these people their meals. And I'm just going and going and going and going and going and going. In the midst of me going and going and going, my body started to do what? Shut down. Which I had no clue that it was going to do, right? And so some may say this is TMI, but hey, if you know me, I'm transparent. I tell it all, right? And so I started dealing with what they call hemorrhoids. What? From what? What the heck did that come from? Apparently stand on my feet too long. And so I'm going to specialists. They, I've had not a surgery, but procedure done. Think that was going to help. Didn't help. Long story short, I all of a sudden bedridden for 7.5 months. Say what? So end of 2021, going into 2022, I'm bedridden. And when I say bedridden, I'm talking about get out of the bed, go to the restroom, get back in the bed. Bedridden for 7.5 months. I couldn't cook for my family. I couldn't wash clothes for my family. I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't do anything but what? Get out of the bed, get to the restroom, get back in bed for 7.5 months. Let that sink in for a moment. Mind you, I had already had a reset. I had lost this weight. Feeling great, right? But then all of a sudden, boom, struck in again. 7.5 months, bedridden. So of course, what did I do? I gained weight. And at that point, I had gained right at about 42, 45 pounds. After being released, that's what I call a release. After 7.5 months being bedridden, I was released from my bed. And I'm like, okay, let me get this weight back off me again. And so I did it. Slowly but surely, started back walking. Started back. Of course, not being able to do what I originally could do. And if you're listening to what I'm saying is, each time I'm not able to do what I was able to do. But what did I do? I worked with what I had to get what I wanted. Say, what? I may have not been able to do all the dancing and jumping around and lifting the weights and, doing the squats because my body wouldn't let me. But I did what I could to still get the result that I wanted. Which started with nutrition, of course, right? Started eating right, lightly walking, all the things. And then what? I lost the weight again. Feeling great. Business booming again. God is blessing. Doing all the things. Right? And then September of 2020, I believe it's 2024. This is 2026. Yeah, 2024. So, I believe September 2024, I have just created a 77-day workout challenge. Say what? Which is a virtual challenge, right? And I had clients that woke up with me every morning at 5:30 a.m. to do the 77-day workout challenge. And in the midst of the 77-day workout challenge, my husband and I were in a car accident. You got to be kidding me. And did. In the parking lot of a Costco warehouse. Costco accident? You got to be kidding me. Yes. A teenager hit the side of our car as if he was on the freeway because apparently he thought he was hitting brakes and he jammed his what? Gas. No fault of ours. Nothing we could have done to avoid it. It just happened. And it led my left knee to what I thought was just fine. Right? They're like, you guys okay? I'm fine. But when I get ready to get out of the car and I get ready to stand up, it's when I realize I cannot stand up because my knee have been what? Damaged. Let that sit for a moment. And think about some pitfalls that you may have had. Think about some things that you've got going on. And listen, I'm talking about weight loss. It could be anything that you've got going on. Maybe your journey is not you need to lose weight. Maybe your journey is I keep starting this business and stopping this business. Something keep happening, right? You keep creating something and something keeps happening. But I want to encourage you not to quit. Because failure, you know what failure means? That means you tried. Because you can't fail at something unless you try it, right? And so I want to encourage you to get back up and what? Do it again. I want to encourage you to what? Get back up and do it again. So you've already heard me talk about what? 1, 2, 3 instances so far? Yeah. So, car accident, knee messed up in the middle of this workout challenge that I've already what? Had ladies to get in on. They pay their hard-earned money to do. And at this point, I'm like, oh my God, I can't get up at 5:30 in the morning and do this workout challenge with them. Why? Because I can't do nothing. I can't move. I'm in pain. I'm in tears. And so, the very next day, or it might have been the same day, I told him, I said, listen, my husband and I was just in a bad accident, and y'all, I can't stand up. I can't even hardly move. And you know what they said to me? That's all right, Coach B. Just tell us the workouts we should do. You don't have to do them because we still trust you. Say, what? What am I telling you now? Your village, they gonna love you through it. Your village, no matter if you had to start and stop that business, no matter if you had to start and stop that idea, whatever it is that you got going on, your village, they gonna cheer you on regardless. Cause this, and I'm talking from experience because mine did. It was like, all right, that's cool, don't worry about it. I was like, what? And so what did I do? I got my butt back on that high horse, which it was high. Because, baby, it was too hard for me to get up there. And when I say high horse, I'm not talking about high horse being, whatever. I'm talking about it was high for me because it was a step that I didn't think I could take. I was like, oh, Lord. And after going through having PRP, which is plastic replacement injections in my knee, being down for several months. Matter of fact, no. I was down over almost a year and a half. Could not do the walking like I could. So what you think happened? Ding, ding, ding. You're right. I gained the weight. I gained the weight. I gained the weight. I did. I gained the weight. I was like, here we go again. You got to be kidding me. Not again. Say what? And I could have just been like, forget it, throw in the towel, don't even do it. But I slowly but surely did what? Again, each of these instances of what? I am not the woman I was when I first lost 100 pounds. No, why? Because each time something was taken from me. I have cried. I have been upset. I have been angry. All the things, all the feels. But I just didn't quit. Was it hard? Absolutely. Is it hard now? Shoes, yeah. Because I'm looking at 50 pounds that once again, I got to get off again. Let that sit in. But I'm hit the live button because I want to encourage somebody that has decided to throw in the towel and say, you know what, forget it. I want to encourage you to pick it back up and say, you know what, I may not be the same person I was. I may not even get the same results that I was going to get. But if I sit here, I'll never know. If I sit here, I would never know. I even had contemplated stopping doing meal preps. Why? Because let's rewind. It was because my business had gotten so big that I was going and going and going and going. That in my mind, that's why my body shut down. And I told my sister, Tierra, you know what? Forget it. What if my body shut down again? And you know what she said to me? So what if it does? Put something in place now so if it does, things keep going. I was like, what? Girl, you crazy. She said, but Valencia, you'll never know unless you try. Again, your village, they're going to find you. Your village is going to encourage you. Your village is going to push you when you don't want to be pushed. Your village is going to pull things out of you that you don't even want pulled out of you. But you won't find your village until you get up and start moving again. I'm just saying. Again, I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking from a place of, oh, she just talking. No. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Did it again. Do it again. See me again. At day 162, I will not be the same woman. Today is day 1. I won't be the same woman as June 1st today that you're seeing. Because I've been here before. See, this page that I'm talking to you from, it's a brand new page. See, I ain't tell y'all about that. Whoop, back up some more. This page that I'm talking to you from is a brand new page. See, when I joined Facebook, it was in the year of 2003. Go back and check my join date. You know what day it's going to say? June 2022. That's when I had to recreate this page. Because one day I was taking a nap, and within 30 minutes, my page was hacked, and I could not do anything about it. And in 30 days, it was fully deleted. I did all the things to try to get it back, because I had a huge following. Enormous following. I did. But you know what it taught me? First of all, because I'm doing business, right? I need a lead magnet. What? Because if Facebook shuts down again, how you gonna reach these people? Because that page shut down, and a lot of people lost me. Over the years, they've been able to find me a few here or there. Oh, there you are, I found you, right? But you also know what I realized? God shut that page down for a reason. There were some disconnections that I would have never done had God not shut that page down. At first, I went through all the feelings. Upset, mad, scared, sick to the stomach, crying. I did all the feels. So I could not believe. You got to be kidding. This page that I've had since 2003 is now gone. I can't do absolutely nothing about it. And I've grown my business. TransforMEtion Journey was birthed on Facebook. TransforMEtion Journey was created on Facebook. TransforMEtion Journey stands 6 years, July 31st this year, from Facebook. And so this page that I talked to you from is brand new. It was created in 2022. Hello, Philippia Morehouse, thank you so much for joining me live. Appreciate you. But y'all hear all these setbacks? All these pitfalls I'm talking about? Because even that caused me to gain weight. Girl, you gained weight because your page went down? Did. Why? Because I lost so many of my customers and clients from that. Because I didn't have a lead magnet. My business was created, honey, not from a website, from text messages, from inbox messages, from Google Forms. Humble beginnings. But even in that, y'all, I lost my whole page. And I had to rebuild from nothing. On that page, people got to see my original journey where I lost over 100 pounds from videos, vlogging. Why? Because every time I went live, you could see it. Like, dang, she is losing weight. Oh my God. From pictures. Oh my God. Going live. I had a Facebook group where I was doing workout challenges at. All the things. But I lost that entire page. Say what? I'm talking about pitfalls, y'all. I'm talking about never giving up. I'm talking about trying it again and again. So ladies, this one's for you. If you're 40 and plus, and God has given you a vision, a plan, a business, whatever it is, and you decided, forget it. Maybe he's giving you a foundation he told you to start, a ministry he told you to start, and you're like, man, it just ain't working. It ain't gonna work if you don't work it. I'm going to say it again. It ain't going to work if you don't work it. And I know you heard this and maybe a cliche. If you build it, they will come. I stand here 10 toes down and tell you, if you build it, they will come. You have to rebuild it. I've had several rebuild stages, but I refuse to give up. Today is a testament of me rebuilding. Of the 100 pounds that I had lost, I stand here today to tell you I've gained almost 50 of it back. But guess what? By day 162, y'all about to see where your girl gonna be. Why? Because I'm making myself accountable in front of the world once again. Why? Because I'm pushing myself into an element. Listen, I've been talking to you all over 25 minutes. And here's my truth. I have not been on this elliptical in over 3 years. Because I was afraid that my knee couldn't take it. That I was going to re-injure myself and find myself back getting knee injections. But I stand here today, 26 minutes in, and I'm on this elliptical. And my knee is doing just fine. This is my truth. It's not easy. It won't always be easy. But you got a choice to make. Whether it's you trying to lose weight, start that ministry, write that book, whatever it is, ladies, 40 and up, we can do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it afraid. Even when I hit the live button tonight, I was saying, girl, you finna get on the elliptical? The very one that you scared to get on? Because your knee might give out? 27 minutes in now. And I'm still going. This is my truth. And I'm sharing it with the world. Because guess what? It's somebody that needs to see the transparency. And somebody needs to see the good, the bad, the indifference, the ugly. Here it is. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifference. I stand in all of those categories. Because I'm starting over again. I know people have laughed at me. There she go, y'all. She fat again. And I stand here to tell you, I do not care. Why? Because I've been here before. I've been at the bottom. Here it is. Have I gained all the 100 pounds that I lost before? Nope. I've gained half of them though. But watch me work. Watch me get them off. You can either watch me or you can join me. Because guess what? Coach V, I'm going to do it anyway. And sometimes when people call me Coach V, I will say, am I even worthy of that name? My fat butt. I used to be the picture of Coach V. But my sister had to remind me, girl, you still Coach V. And you still know what to do. Just do it. So here I am. Just doing it. Doing it afraid. Because I'm telling y'all, I haven't been on this elliptical in 3 years. But here I am. 28 minutes. Well, now 29 minutes. And my knee is doing just fine. Because the doctor told me every 6 months, you'll have to come back and get another knee injection. But apparently, that was a lie. Because here I am on this elliptical, moving the very knees, the very left knee that I can even hardly walk on, the very left knee that left me on a walker, the very knee that I had to hop up in a car, the very knee that would wake me up in the middle of the night and have me in tears, the very knee that had me taking pain medication, the very knee. And not to mention, my neck was messed up, but my knee was in poor shape. I've had neck injections, and I've had knee injections. I was supposed to get back injections, and I said, nope, you ain't going to my back. But guess what? I'm doing it. And I'm doing it afraid. That's 30 minutes, y'all. And so I just want to encourage somebody. Are you supposed to write that book, girl? You 40 and up. And somebody told you your time running out. A lie. Write the book. I'm talking to myself included. God put a vision in your heart to start that ministry. And you started for a moment. And people laughed at you. They followed you for a moment. And then they all left. Do it again. That business you were supposed to start, you started it. It didn't go the way you wanted it to. And so you closed the doors. Girl, open them doors back up. Reach out to me. Because my entire business was built on Facebook. From ground zero. And here I am, June the 1st of 2026. Needless to say, my business is doing just fine. What? Do it afraid. Write the book. Start the business. Do whatever it is that God told you to do. Start the foundation. Whatever he told you to do. You 40 and up and you scared. Somebody done told you your time is up. Can I just encourage you and tell you just start again? Because do you know some of the richest millionaires and billionaires started at 40, 45, 50? Go read the story behind KFC. That man was, what, 50, 60 years old? And he left a legacy unto his family. That's my time, y'all. As I always say, I love you to life and ain't nothing you can do about it. Can't stop, won't stop. And I always remember, if you don't love yourself, who will? I see y'all tomorrow for day 2 of 162 days until my birthday, November the 9th. Watch me work. This weight has got to go. Bye. And this live won't go off. Let's see.